Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live by Mr. Philly. And today, um, tis the season, so start roasting those chestnuts. Pour yourself some hot chocolate, sit next to the fire, and get ready because we're making some sweets today. We got pecan pie. You know, I'm not much of a. I don't bake that much, but it's just tis the season. So when in Rome, So today we're making pecan pie, and just a little bit about the recipe. I had a pie crust that I already made. Now you can use your own pie crust, or I mean, homemade is always better. But you also can, buy pre-made, and a lot of people do that. And because the filling is actually the easy part, but making the pie, I know a lot of people don't like the cleanup and the mess. When you're making pie crust and all. So I totally understand, and that's one of the reasons why. I don't bake as much. It's just a little tedious, and just because I'm also a sweet, savory person. But when I do make a pie, I mean, or when I do desserts, I try to go all out anyway. So as you can see, we already rolled out this dough pie crust. I actually did make this. I made it. You sure did. How you doing? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you how I made this pie crust. I made this in class, so I had it, left over, and I really needed to use it. So that's partially why I'm making one today too. And it's just, it's Christmas time, so Christmas is my favorite holiday. So anyway, all right, so let's get started. So we already rolled this out. Now for this, it's very good to have like a baking sheet, a baking mat or whatever. And it tells you all the measurements, it rolls out, I mean, how much you should roll out your pie and everything. And you want to roll out your pie pretty thin, like almost paper thin. And the way to do it is, I already rolled it out mostly because it was just so tedious. Because what I'm using today is a makeshift pie mat or a baking mat. I just drew a big round circle around it. But you can buy a baking mat, and they're silicone, and they're nice to work with because your pie won't or your crust won't stick to the mat, so that's why they're good to use, and it just has all the measurements on there. So anyway, but yeah, usually when you're rolling out, just to give you an example, rolling out pie or something that any type of dough, like usually pie, you roll it out from the middle like this, roll it away from the middle. And this is pretty rolled out really well. I'm just giving you guys an example. So anyway, all right. Hope you guys can see that. Let me adjust a little bit. There we go. All right, so now let me add some more flour to our rolling pin because we're about to roll this up and then throw it on our pie baking sheet, pie pan. All right. And this is one of the easiest ways to do it. You just fold it up along with your, oh, I'm breaking it, with your rolling pin. There we go. Making pecan pie. All right, so now today we're just using a aluminum foil, aluminum foil pie pan. It's recommended that you use a regular pie pan just because it cooks better. But I don't know. I had so many of these, I just needed to use it, and got some dust in there. Anyway, so I'm pretty new at this, so I'm just using this for less cleanup. And I don't have my pie pan here actually. I don't know where it is. I think it's in storage because I have such a small kitchen. Like I've said before many, many times. Whoops. Oops, that fell apart. Not what I meant to do. Crap. Roll that out again. Oh, I made a mistake. Well, I guess I might have to roll this out all over again. Nope, I don't consider myself a baker. Just somebody who likes to cook. I am taking culinary classes actually, currently. Private culinary classes. Oh, sorry, I guess it broke it, so I have to roll it all over again. So I guess you guys will see me roll it out. I guess I rolled it out a little too thin maybe, that's why it kind of broke apart. Okay. Alright, now let's just roll it out again. Get some flour on there. And this is a pain in the neck. Bear with me, guys, because this is just a makeshift, what do you call it, a pie mat, baking mat. It's just parchment paper, and I just drew a big circle around it. We are making pecan pie. Be here or be square. Okay, now let me attempt to roll this out again. But yeah, I'm just making a makeshift. You know, I was gonna go buy a silicone mat, but you know, it's just so cold out, and I really just don't feel like running to the store. So I just got a little innovative. And this is another thing that you can use. You know, 2 sheets of parchment paper. And, you know, I just drew a circle around it just to get some measurements out of it. Some approximate measures. Okay. Now, turn that over. There. Okay. That's probably a good thing I rolled it out again, because it was just so breaking all over the edges, so yeah, it's probably a good idea. Alright, now you're actually going to get me to see to roll it out again. Got just too many cracks in it. Hello, Jacob Flores. How you doing? How's your channel going? You know, I tried to find your channel and I couldn't find you. I was going to subscribe. Well, let me get back to you on that. I'm sorry. That's one thing I haven't made. I'm not a big chuck roast person, but if I ever get into it, which I'm sure I probably will, because I like making all kinds of food, so I'll have to get back to you on that. But I will be honest, yeah, chuck roast isn't really something isn't my favorite. It's okay. Called Jacob Flores. Okay. Oh, let me see. Whoop. Okay. Sorry, I guess I put your name in wrong. Oh, okay. When I look up a channel, you know, I have to put in exactly how, you know, it appears on the screen. So yeah, that's probably what I did. I misspelled a word probably. All right, so now that's a lot better. Okay, so now we're going to attempt to roll this up again. And like I said, the best way to do it is using your rolling pin. There we go. All right, now we got our aluminum foil pie pan here. Oop. Break it down. There we go. Oop. There we go. Oh, much better. I apologize, guys. I am very new. This is my first time actually making my own homemade pie, so please bear with me. I am an amateur chef. You're going to see a lot of mistakes and a lot of me being innovative and everything like that, so that's why this is where we make cooking fun. So am I. All right, give me a second, guys. I gotta go wash my hands. thank you very much. Esther, I appreciate it. Sorry guys, I'll be with you in a minute. Now, okay. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go talk to my roommate really quick. He had an important question for me. So anyway, all right. So now, and while I was doing that, I just figured I'd just, well, take all the tedious stuff and do it off camera. I was cutting off the edges a little bit. I think I cut a little too much off actually, but you know, it's good to have at least an inch of overhang, you know, so that's how you, and that's the measurement that you want to work with typically for crimping, and I'm going to get to that in a second. I was gonna say, now when you want to make sure when you're you know, adjusting and putting your pie in the pan like this, you know, what you should do, the way the method is, you know, push and pull, push the edges and pull, just so it sits in the pie like that. Okay. All right. Now you're typically going to have overhang, that's normal, and if it breaks, it's okay. You can fix it as you go. So yeah, I'm just trying to space it out here so I just can get a good crimp on the edges. Like I said, this is this is not Cinnabon. It ain't gonna be that fancy. But I'll give you my expertise on how I crimp. If you've never crimped a pie, you're gonna learn today. Sorry. All right, so now the crimping part. Oh. Sorry, I'm just being OCD here. Trying to make sure all the edges are tucked in really well. That might be okay. All right, so now we're gonna crimp. I hope that looks okay. All right, so crimping, basically you're gonna take your 2 fingers like so, or no, your first finger right here, and then, no, your 2 fingers right here. Yeah, my thumb and my first finger, and then this finger here, and bam. And you know, this is the part where it's good to have a lip on your pie pan, just so it has place to rest for the edges of the crimps. There, bam. Like I said, I think I cut a little too much off the edges, so this is gonna be half-assed. Excuse my language. All right, there we go. Does that look okay, guys? How's that look? Does that look all right? All right. Like I said, ain't no fancy, but you know, it's a beginner's luck right here. All right, guys. So, unfortunately, you know, I forgot to tell you guys, I might have to end this video because for this recipe, you're supposed to throw your pie crust, and you know, you can buy a lot of pre-made pie crust, and a lot of people don't like, and that's why a lot of people buy pre-pie crust because they're already frozen. So you're supposed to pop this in the freezer for about 20 to 40 minutes. An hour is good too. But, so yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end this video and come back in 20 minutes. Just kidding. I came prepared. I already got another pie crust in there frozen for about 30 minutes. So we're going to go get that one. Ta-da! Now you feel like you're watching a real cooking show. Somebody who comes prepared. You know, they make something and they already have another one pre-made. All right, so. What your pet does? I don't have a pet. Well, that's not a good question. All right, so let's go put that aside really quick. I think I'm gonna. Well, actually, you know what? We can just keep that in the freezer because now we're about to measure the ingredients on the inside. The stuffing ingredients and the pecans, and you know, I'll get to that in a second. So I think I'm just gonna throw this back in the freezer for now, so it'll be fine. That's the issue when you have unlimited room to work with, you know. So, all right, where did that? Here it is. All right, let's start on the filling ingredients here. And for this, it's a very good idea to use a scale, a measuring scale, just because you're using corn syrup with this recipe, and for this recipe that uses corn syrup. Corn syrup is just really thick, and it's just really good to have a good measuring tool for it. So anyway, actually, oh yeah. Well, first, actually, before we start on those ingredients, we're going to chop up our pecans. All right, so let me go grab my cutting board. All right, throw this away. All right, so for this recipe, it calls for a cup and a half of toasted pecans, and I already did this off screen. I toasted them. You can throw them in your oven for about 350 for about 10 minutes, and yes, they taste a lot better when they're toasted. I love toasted pecans. So let me get my knife. We're going to chop these up, chop, 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 and then we're going to put them aside, and then we're going to start on our liquid ingredients, our wet ingredients. Shorten this test again. Very short. Oh, close. Sorry with parchment paper. I just love testing out my new knife that I finally got. All right, so let's chop, chop, chop. The only problem with this knife is that the balance isn't that good because, you know, as you can see, sometimes the cutting board moves. With a good knife, with good balance, it will be a clean cut. It's like when you're cutting a tomato, which is more of a tougher veggie. The table or nothing you're setting it on will move. It'll just be a clean swipe cut. All right. All right, so now we're done chopping. We're gonna pick that up, set that aside. Now we're gonna start on our wet ingredients. All right, give me a moment. Oops. Now we can grab our scale and we're gonna start on our wet ingredients. Actually, no, I needed that cup. I'm gonna put that in a different cup. All right. So let's turn that on. All right. Now for starters, we got our corn syrup here. And we're supposed to use a cup of that, and that equals out to, you know, I still need to learn more about the math, and that's the part I'm bad at when it comes to culinary, the measurements, you know, grams to cups and everything, and it's a little tricky, but you know, I just learn as I go. So a cup of cornstarch, and you don't have to use cornstarch. I'm using dark cornstarch today, but you can use light cornstarch, you can use honey, you can even use rum if you want, or no, maple syrup. I'm sorry. Yeah, or I think you can use rum too. Yeah, I'm not sure, but anyway. So a cup of this will equal out to 350 grams. So that's what we want. All right, so probably should grab a spoon here too, just to catch it if it comes out too fast. Because this cornstarch is very thick, you know. So yeah, it's very. It's better to use the proper measuring tool to make sure that you have the approximate amount. Let me grab a spoon. How's everybody's weekend going? Whoop. Whoop. Close, we're getting close. Whoop. There we go, 350. Right on the money. Okay, 350 grams there. All right, next. Next, we're gonna add 3/4 cups of sugar, and that equals out to, I saw it earlier, but oh well. All right, 3/4 cups of sugar. Zero that out, there we go. All right, so we got that, and now we're gonna add 3 eggs. Just to hold these together, and this is for balance. And then we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of melted butter. I have to throw this in the microwave. Microwave's in the other room, so I'll give you a moment. That equals out to 57 grams. All right, give me 1 moment. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go melt some butter. I thought I did that earlier, but I forgot. All right, so that's 4 tablespoons, 57 grams of butter. Now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. One, two. All right. And then lastly, just for some balance, it's a really good idea to add half a teaspoon of salt. just you know, you don't want straight sugar notes. You know, you want to find some balance with it a little bit. So the salt will help with that. There we go. Just a little bit of salt. All right, now we're gonna whisk, whisk, whisk. And this takes a little bit of a tedious time just because, you know, the corn syrup is really thick, so we're just looking for a brown color on this, just like a brown caramel, like a caramel. It's gonna look like a caramel syrup. You really want to make sure that everything is incorporated really well in this, you know, just to get the accurate taste. Yeah, that looks good. That look good so far? Right. That looks lovely, doesn't it? That corn syrup mixture for our pecan pie, looking good. Thank you so much, Esther. I think you're the only one online right now. And I am lame tonight. Man, I guess I need to start telling some jokes. Alright. Now, put that aside, and I'm going to grab my pie that's in the freezer still. Right, here we go. Now we're about to pour that beautiful mixture in our bowl. Very carefully. There we go. Right. Oh, shoot. Now we're going to pour our pecans in there too. Oh well, I made a mistake. I should have poured the pecans in first. That's okay. They're supposed to, because, you know, what do you call it? The corn syrup is so thick that, you know, they're supposed to float to the top anyway. But it's okay. And you could have actually, if you really want to, you can actually, I could have actually mixed all the pecans with the caramel or the corn syrup mixture if I wanted to. but it's just a little bit, it would have been much more of a challenge, it would have been more of a pain in the neck to mix up, you know, so anyway. All right, well, it still looks good though, don't it? All right, for our last step, if you really want to, it could look better. We're going to use the rest of our, just to paint a pretty picture, we're going to use the rest of our pecans to rest on top. Just to make it look pretty. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to, it's totally optional, it just makes it look prettier. I should really just take a picture of all this when I'm done. Make this my home screen page. Well, thank you, I really appreciate it. You like pecan pie? Or you ever had it? Now, is it going to taste great? That's the million-dollar question. We'll see. I apologize, guys. I should have grabbed my radio and my storage, you know, so we could listen to some Christmas tunes. This is in the perfect mood for it. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Right. Looking good. Looking good. All right. That look okay, guys? Turn the camera around. There you go. That was all me. Gotta get a better image of that. It could be better, but yeah. All right. Love it? Oh, awesome. All right, guys, now I'm gonna carefully throw this in the oven. Sorry. Trying to find an angle where I can show you guys me throwing this in the oven. How am I gonna hold the camera? go. Oh. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, give me a second, guys. All right. Okay. So the last points about this pecan pie. Last point I'd like to make is that for this it goes in 425 for about 15 minutes. So yeah, in about 15. Well, let me put the timer on too. So in about 15 minutes, then we're going to turn it down to 350, and then it's going to bake for another 35 to 40 minutes, or until it's like a lot more puffier and thicker and wobbly in the middle, kind of like a cake, But now, the problem that some people do run into is your pie crust might brown very quickly. When that happens, if it does, cover it with some aluminum foil or tint it with some aluminum foil, so yeah, it doesn't burn or whatever. So yeah, all right, let's start that cook time for about 15 minutes. There we go. So yeah, and for this and pies in general, whatever you're baking, it's always good to start your oven in advance, just because, like, don't start it once you throw something in there or whatever you're baking, because that will you want to make sure it's at the right temperature. Otherwise, it's going to cook slow or not cook right, and you don't want to overcook something or over bake it or under bake it or whatever. So anyway, so unfortunately, guys, it's gonna be an hour before this is done, at least a good hour, and then also it supposed to let this rest for a good 3 hours, because if I actually take it out and take a bite out of, or taste it right when it comes out of the oven, it won't be it'll fall apart apparently. So it needs at least 3 hours. So if you guys are awake in 3 hours, I mean, I probably will be. Hopefully you'll get to actually try it with me. If we have time, if something else doesn't come up, I would love to, because I really do want to make another live, me tasting this food, tasting this delicious looking pie. And then actually, if we have time, I was going to share with you guys too, another creative thing you can do with your pecan pie. I saw some deep fried recipes, and maybe if I have a chance, I might do that with you guys. So, all right, maybe see you guys in a few hours, hopefully. Because I really do definitely am going to try this with you guys. So, but yeah, it's going to be a few hours before this is done. So anyway, how's everybody doing though? Before I go, see if anybody else pops up online. Did everybody enjoy themselves? How was the video? Pretty cool, right? And now I was a little impressed with myself. I'm not leaving just yet. I don't know. I've been really lame the last few nights. I've got no many subscribers. I'm lame. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. So Esther, do you really enjoy watching cooking? Is there any other cooking shows that you watch? Best chef in the world? Nah, I ain't nobody. I'm just somebody who likes to cook because I can't sing or dance, Oh, really? Is that best cakes? I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, so you like desserts, huh? What's your favorite dessert? I'd have to say mine is probably New York style cheesecake or German chocolate cake. I ain't no chef. Well, not yet. Training to be. Pumpkin roll? Is Is that a pumpkin pie or what? Pumpkin roll. I should know what that is, but it's kind of drawing a blank on me now. Huh. Well, actually, no, maybe not. It's a roll, pumpkin roll. Is it like one of those king's cake kind of thing? I've had one of those before. It's just basically like a roll, kind of like a cinnamon roll a little bit. Is that what it is instead of that? I had a king's cake. I don't know if anybody's ever had king's cake, but man, it was pretty fire. But that looks pecan-alicious. Kinda. Don't mind me, I'm just cleaning up a little bit. You're fine. You take your time. Oh, you just like watching me cook? Do I make it look fun? I just don't do desserts that much. I should start doing more desserts. And next week, I'm gonna bake a few cookies. Hopefully, if we have time. I don't know, just more of a salty, savory type of guy. I mean, when it comes down to desserts, really, like German chocolate cake, pumpkin cheesecake, and then ice cream. I do love the crap out of ice cream, obviously, and I do a lot of shorts on that. But yeah, ice cream, cheesecake, German chocolate cake. It's pretty much it, hand down. And then I like sugar cookies. Not a big chocolate chip cookie fan, but that's pretty much it. I know there's so much more in the dessert world, but you know. Oh yeah. Well, we got a really great cookie recipe next week, actually, that I really wanted to try. I think it's a gingerbread with espresso gingerbread cookie, but it looked so fire because of the gingerbread kind of mixture that we're supposed to pour on it that I saw. It looks so good, so I really would love to replicate it. All right, 7 minutes left. So Esther, what do you do again? Oh, she's doing a lot better now. I don't know if you saw the last videos, I talked about it. We had a funeral service for them, baby who died. Well, actually, we call it, you know, in the church Catholic church I go to, we call it an angel mass because babies go to heaven. And yeah, it was a beautiful service. And then we had an after get together. It was really nice, and she's doing a lot better. But thank you for asking. Yeah, so I mean, it took a few first couple of days after she got out of the hospital. She still looked pretty pale, and actually she did go back. But no, she's doing so much better now. So yeah, I told her, and everybody in the family told her, next time, you know, I would make sure to go to the doctor before you ever plan on having another kid again, just to make sure everything's okay, you know. So yeah, but it was a happy ending, you know. She's got a niece and nephew in heaven, and my sister's gonna be okay. So yeah, but it's good, yeah. Beautiful service, beautiful funeral service. So yeah, but thank you. Don't mind me, I'm just doing some cleaning, the fun part. You know, honestly, I hate to say it, I think a lot of chefs embrace the cleanup part, and that's why a lot of people that I know, and relatives and family members of mine, don't like to cook because of the cleanup, you know? But, you know, I kind of embrace it a little bit sometimes. I know that sounds really weird just because the fact that, you know, it's not hard to do. It's just, can be a lot of work, you know, but it's not like you're building a rocket, so that's why I like it, you know? That's kind of how I looked at cook. I always looked at cooking and why I like doing it. It's because like it's just not rocket science. It's actually a very easy profession, I think. Uh, just some people are better at it. Some people are natural born cooks, bakers, whatever. But like I've always said, you know, really, you take two things, patience and love. You take those and apply those, and you would cook great things, I think. You know, that movie Ratatouille had so much to it. Anyone really can cook. Some people are just better. We can always get better. Oh. Retired? Oh, you owned a beauty pageant. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wow. Is that where people are, yeah, go competitions on do competitions on, you know, best dressed up and everything? Wow, I feel really stupid now, honestly. You have to explain it to me like I'm a 4-year-old. Basically, women go to competitions and they compete who is dressed the best makeup and such like that, or what? Is that the concept? Never been in a beauty pageant, so I wouldn't know. Oh, really? So is it for kids or is it teen? What age group is it? I know they have ones for kids, but they also have ones for adults too. That's pretty cool. Six. Wow. Okay. That is cool. Yeah, first person I've ever known to own a beauty pageant. So how does it work? Basically, you're like the agency, and they pay you to actually do shows or whatever. There, is that how that worked? That's interesting. Ooh, 1 minute. All right, now it's time to stop that. And all right, 15 minutes is up. Now we're gonna lower the temperature to 350. There we go. And then cook time for about 35 minutes. We'll start there. All right. All right, 35 minutes and counting. Contestants, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So, well, the person that wins, do they win anything or no? Just win an award? Do they get paid too? It's interesting. It's kind of fascinating. I really don't know enough about beauty pageants to how they work, actually. I should, but I don't. Like the person that owns one. I mean, it actually sounds like an easier business to run because, you know, you're really just holding ceremonies for, you know, a bunch of people, you know, dressing the best or whatever or whatnot. But I don't know. All right, let me take you guys with me. Trophy and a title. Awesome. A tiara. Yeah, I never watched that show, Toddlers and Tiaras. That's kind of cool, though. It is. Oh, crap. If I mask, well, give me a second, guys. About to run outside. I don't know what state everybody's in, but I'm in Missouri right now, and man, it is a cold weekend. It went down to like 10 degrees. The high was like 25 today. It was a really cold day. So yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna run out to my car really quick. Oh, that's right. You did tell me you were from Cali. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Do you guys actually have a winter in Cali? Does it actually ever snow there? Two times there. Wow. Damn. So it doesn't technically snow, huh? What's the temperature like? 60s, 50s? Does it ever get cold, cold? I'm curious. 60s. Wow. I'm in the wrong state. I don't know though. I don't know how anybody. I hear the cost of living in California is outrageous though. I don't know how anybody really lives there unless you're like making 100K a year, and even then, so you could still live paycheck to paycheck. That's from what people I tell me. I'd definitely love to visit Cali. I would love to visit Hollywood. I'd love to visit San Diego. Is there anything worth seeing out there? Definitely on my bucket list. I'd love to travel the world someday, and you know, I mentioned this before. Hopefully, I can include more traveling content in my videos next year. Just don't have the time to do it. You know, it's just so expensive these days. You know. 107. Yeah, yeah. I wonder, is it like a desert dry heat or what? That's cool. Always curious about that. Give me a second. I'm gonna check on the pie really quick. Bakersfield. I have to look that up. I checked on the pie. It looks okay. 26 minutes. Well, maybe if we still keep talking, maybe you'll get to see the pie after it gets taken out. But Fortunately, I still won't be able to eat it until like 3 hours. I gotta let it sit for 3 hours. So, well, I guess there's lots to do in LA, California. Well, if my battery doesn't die, you know, having a live stream really does drain your battery. Well, I guess this is probably a good time to be honest. Whoever watches this live video. My brother is about to go to rehab for alcohol problems, and I decided, people in my family told me I should too, but I said I wouldn't go with him. I wouldn't go without my family, and well, he's about to do something like, but my thing was, because I didn't want to go alone, because people in my family recommended that I go too, but I won't be able to go because he's going at a time that I just can't take off. But from now on, it's been a week and a week of sobriety. So from now on, Old Milwaukee's non-alcoholic beer. So yes, week 1 of sobriety, 51 more to go. Now on, you only see me drinking non-alcoholic beer. I can't promise I won't be perfect. We all fall, but why do we fall? So we can pick ourselves back up. Just wanted to be honest with you guys. I think this message would be more for Brandon actually, but he's not on tonight. For me, non-alcoholic beer doesn't really count. So yeah, it's a really good remedy for me. And I've quit drinking regular alcohol, drinking non-alcoholic for several months. So I know if I really, really try, it will definitely work for me. So yes. And sorry about my face. I can still see, in the camera, my face is still a little red. I don't know what happened this week, but I woke up on Tuesday and I had a really bad rash on my face. I couldn't even open my eyes. My face was burning, and I ended up going to the doctor, and my eyes were all bloodshot red. The doctor just told me it was probably dermatitis or something. I guess that makes sense because I can't remember what he said. No, he said something else, but yeah. And I just used cortisone. It cleared up a lot better, but I don't know. I feel like my face is still redder than it really should be. But yeah, it was really bad, and it burned too. I've never had that before. I've never had eczema or dermatitis or anything like that, but yeah. This is the first time for everything, but man, it was such a pain to work that day. Are you in Hollywood then? Are you close to Hollywood? Oh, really? I was to say, I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't think you can send too long of a text. Whoops. I don't know how many words it's supposed to be. I should have known that too. Cool. Ever been? You mentioned too before, and I don't mean to pry, but you have a caretaker now. So, you you are you disabled or? Awesome. Is it fun? Is it worth checking out? Yeah, you said you had a caretaker that cooks for you or whatever. I was just curious. Oh, awesome. Oh. Are you okay though? Do you need any help walking or anything like that, or are you okay on your own? Or are you dependent for certain things on others? Okay. Thank you. Well, let's go check out the pie again. I think maybe we only have 15 minutes. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad. Do. We got 15 minutes, yeah. That's just about right. Alright, well, let me give you guys a quick more shot of that pie. Does it look good? Doesn't look bad, does it? And the pie crust is, I definitely did cut off too much of the pie crust. Sorry about that. Don't congratulate me yet. I haven't tasted it yet. Does it looks good, but does it taste good? You know, I look at my errors a little bit, and I think that's a good attitude to have for somebody who, you know, wants to be a chef someday. You know, look at your error, always looking at your errors. And I don't mind the constructive criticism, but I really do appreciate, you know, the congrats too and the condolences. This looks good, but it tastes good. Like I said, you know, I probably cut a little too much off of the excess, but other than that, yeah, the middle does look good. So anyway, well, thank you. I know you would enjoy it, so I'm just going to stick around for another 14 minutes now, just to show whoever's online me taking out the pie. Unfortunately, though, I won't be able to eat it. In another 3 hours, though, who knows if you guys are on. All right, hope you got that. Hey, I forgot I was on mute there for a second. Whoops, I didn't remember pushing that. Oh wow, it's close too. It's a little wobbly in the middle. Oh yeah, definitely puffier too. Just a little wobbly in the middle. By golly. Kind of reminds me, I don't even have any whipped cream. Well, maybe I can make some, actually, off camera. I knew I was forgetting something, but, well. I love pecan pie either way. I can eat it with or without whipped cream. Whipped cream is always better, but yeah. Oh, 10 minutes. Take your time. I'm gonna go grab another drink. Oh, crap. Maybe that's a better angle. Hello, Efron. No, I don't. Must have a different name, or maybe I might be bad with memories. Tell me something about you. I remember by people telling me stuff about them sometimes. I don't remember names too well. I do better with faces though. I got 9 minutes. I'm counting. The grill? Oh yeah, vaguely. What did I cook on that one? Which episode was that? Campfire at the Grill? Oh yeah. Oh hi, how are you? I remember. I'm trying to figure out. That was probably the first time I got. I mean, that was the first one that I bought or whatever. The place that I live now that I just moved to, not too long ago. What did I cook that night? Oh yeah, maybe it was pork chops, wasn't it? I'm trying to figure out what I made. Oh. Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Nice to see you again, though. Well, if you like baking, you'll like this one. I'm making a pecan pie. We got 8 minutes till I take it out of the oven, so if you want to stick around, go for it. How you been? Whoop. Oh crap. Can you guys still hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. That's great. All right, you take your time. Second person had to excuse themselves. That's okay. No, I'm not holding the show for you guys. I'm just kidding. Be back. Okay, awesome. We got 7 minutes, so yeah, you can stick around for 7 more minutes. I hope you can hear me. My battery's low. Sometimes when my battery goes really low, it just kind of mutes me out or whatever to save my battery. Do 6 minutes. Oh, let me check. Oh yeah. Actually, I think that's ready to come out now. Wow. Almost. We need just a couple more minutes. This is wobbly in the middle. Well, should I let it go for a few more minutes? Yeah, I probably should. It's getting there. I think we get a pretty good time on it. I might take it out a couple minutes early. I don't know. We'll see. So how long did you have a beauty pageant for? I mean, how many years were you in charge of one, or did you own one? Esther, if I may ask. And I really need to get my radio next time I make a live, and I'm making, some Christmas desserts or whatever. So listen to Christmas music would really set the mood for me. I love Christmas. I love Christmas music. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Sorry, I didn't mean to go Florence Nightingale on you guys. Yes, I spent all the money my mom gave me for singing lessons on food, because food tastes better. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. All right. Getting close. All right, guys, I think I'm just gonna take it out. We got 2 minutes left. All right, that's what you guys were waiting for. Okay. Turn this around. There we go. Now beautiful. Oh yeah. I think that's all right. A little wobbly in the middle. That's okay. That's supposed to look. It's really puffy. What do you think? I think we're right on the money here. I hope everybody agrees. All right, give me a second here. Well, there you have it. The pecan pie. Now, it looks good, but does it taste good? Only time will tell. Like I said, unfortunately, though, I won't be able to taste it with you guys. I have to give it at least... The recipe said... What? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, did I say something offensive? I'm sorry. Oop. But yeah, unfortunately, this recipe said you have to wait at least 3 hours. I don't know. Maybe after 2 hours, I think it'd be all right. Because if I started, if I cut into it now, it would just be all mushy apparently. So you gotta let it sit for a little bit. But I think it's puffy and it looks good. So, and it smells good. So, all right, tune in here in about 2 hours, I guess. If you guys, anybody's still awake, I'd love to try this with you guys, and then hopefully maybe we'll be able to show you some creative thing that I can do with this, maybe deep fry it or whatever. So yeah, 45 years, that's awesome. All right, guys, well, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and follow, and as always, happy cooking. Bye. See you in a few.